All right, here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And thank you for joining me for another episode of PR FAQs, otherwise known as PR FAQs. My name is Sandra Gabriel. And today the question I'm answering is whether or not the press release is dead. And my response is a big, resounding, unfiltered no. And long live the press release. And I'm going to tell you why the press release is going to live on for a long time. Because there's a number of places that you can use it. It's not just for sending to the media. You can use it on your website. You definitely want to have it posted on your website. Have it ready so that when people are coming to your site and they're looking for more information and they want to know, well, what news is going on in your company, they can easily see it on your site. Create a newsroom or a media kit or somewhere that you're going to have all of your news posted. And another place that you can use it is in your monthly newsletter. So when you're sending out a newsletter, or even if it's a weekly newsletter, if you're sending something out to your subscribers or your following, you want to make sure you have some news in there. What's going on with the company? What's going on with your brand? What new developments or launches or new products have you developed? So those are two things. The other thing is, throughout my career, I have been asked for my press release from people you wouldn't even think of. If you're working with different organizations or sponsors, your sponsor might ask you for your press release. Event organizers might ask you for your press release. I've even had political representatives ask me for my press release. And it was really good that I had it handy because, number one, it makes you look more professional to have your stuff prepared. But number two, you don't have to spend time going over all the details of your announcement with each person who calls to ask you for information. You can just send them to your press release on the website or quickly email it to them. So it's always good to have it ready. And the last reason why the press release is still alive, and this may come as a shock to you, but the media may still ask you for your press release. And I've been asked many times. Sometimes I send a pitch and they say, well, send me your press release. Or, they might hear about something that I have going on with myself or a client and they'll say, well, can you send me your press release? Because they just want it quickly. And I can't tell you, the window of opportunity is very short, especially if you're working with a reporter who's on a deadline. You don't have a lot of time to throw together a last minute press release. And a press release shouldn't be thrown together. Actually, it takes time. You want to do your research. You want to put all your stats and your facts, get comments or quotes from whoever you need to get them from. If you work in a corporation, there might even be layers of approvals that you have to go through. So make sure you have your press release ready to go for whoever may ask. Because again, if you're working with a reporter who's on deadline, you're going to just have to have it ready with images or whatever else goes with it. Get it ready to send out. Have it proofread because a spelling mistake could be the thing that really kills you. So, have it set and ready to go for when the media ask. Now, the one thing that you're going to want to do before you even think about wanting to send out a news release or a press release, and this is something you're going to do weeks in advance, is begin to engage with the journalists and reporters who you want to report on your story way in advance. So this is probably part of the reason why people feel like maybe the press release is dead, because even myself, a lot of PR pros, we're all engaging with journalists online. Once we make that connection on Twitter or on LinkedIn, the relationship develops from there. And you don't need a press release so much. You could sometimes just send a quick pitch. But again, I encourage you to have it ready, have it on your website, because maybe the journalists won't use it today, but 2-3 weeks down the line, they'll come onto your website for it. And if you have it in the proper format, they could use it as is. But if they have to keep going back and forth with you to change this and that, then that could be a problem. So the press release is not dead. Long live the press release. Do your engagement beforehand, which is also very important. Hopefully you got a lot of insight out of this PR FAQs today. Don't forget, my PR Life program is live. Visit sandragabriel.com. Check out PR Life. If you need to define your brand, connect with the media, or grow your following, then PR Life is the program for you. And lastly, don't forget to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just do a search for Sandra Gabriel, and there I'll be. Thanks again for tuning in. Ciao.